Hey, welcome back to Better Humanhood. I'm glad you're here. Today we are talking about doing the fucking work.
Welcome to Better Humanhood, where we build a better world by building better people. We have to live on the planet and we have to live with other people. We have conversations about making that a wonderful proposition.
Hope you're having a beautiful day, beautiful hour, beautiful minute, a beautiful moment. And I hope that you are gearing up for whatever you're gearing up for, because it's been 2020 for a few weeks now, and a lot of people had made resolutions. So we talked about a couple episodes ago. You know, resolutions are no good. You need goals. You need lasting, measurable, time-bounded goals. Resolutions have fallen off. People are done with the gym. They sign their 7-year contracts at $700 a month. They're going to get screwed out of their next few mortgage payments because of that, or whatever. That's an exaggeration, people. Don't take me seriously. I mean, take me seriously. Don't. I make jokes sometimes, and I don't laugh at them because that's who I am. I'm a deadpan kind of guy. Let's talk law of attraction for a minute. This is something we've mentioned on the JKWD Podcast, and it's something that's out there in the universe, and it gets presented weird because there's this movie based on a book that Oprah recommended. It's called The Secret. I guess they're redoing the movie or doing another version of the movie this year, but it's really the thing that people point to. And here's the problem. It's a 90-minute movie about how all you have to do is ask the universe and what you want will show up. 90-minute movie. They talk about actually doing the work for 4 seconds. And I know that because when I watched the movie, I didn't hear it at all, so I watched it again. And I was wrong. It is mentioned once for 4 seconds. Jack Canfield, who's the author of Chicken Soup for the Soul, is in the movie. His bit is, I woke up every day and I asked the universe for $100,000 in sales this first year. You know what? We didn't get there, but we got $91,000. You know what he didn't say? He didn't say, I got up and I wrote every day, which is what he did, because that's how you write a book. I was never sold in the law of attraction because of this. A guy named Andy Frisella used to have a podcast called The MFCEO, as in motherfucking CEO, and now he's got a podcast called Real AF, as in real as fuck. But you can't swear in the podcast title because iTunes doesn't like that so much, or whatever. You can swear in the title of an episode, just not in the name of your podcast, because kids might come across it. I don't know. Anyway, he put it in words that I got. Yeah, I forget exactly what he said. He said, when you concentrate on something, it's front of mind for you. When you're always asking for something, when you're asking the universe to give you something, you work toward it. It doesn't just show up for you. You work toward it, and it's always front of mind for you because you keep asking for it. So if you're keeping it front of mind, then you're focusing on it, you're working on it, you're showing up, and that's the important thing. That's Stephen King's advice to writers, right? Get up and write. It's also Stephen Pressfield's warning. He's a guy who wanted to write so bad and had to fight off resistance so hard that he got a job as an over-the-road trucker to avoid writing, and now he's a best-selling author who, Legend of Bagger Vance, he's got all these great novels that were turned into movies, but more importantly for me and for many creatives, he wrote a series that started with The War of Art. He introduces the idea of resistance to turning pro and doing the work. Those 3 books, they're all quick reads. But if you're ever stuck on something, that's what you look at. And I was reading Steph Davis's book, and Steph Davis is a free solo climber who, she climbs mountains without ropes, and she has since gotten into base jumping with a wingsuit. So she climbs steep vertical. She climbs these vertical cliff faces without a rope, and then she jumps off them and flies down. Sounds reckless, but you know what? She puts in a lot of work. She doesn't climb anything without a rope without first having done it with a rope over and over and over until she's sure she understands it, understands where all the holds are. If you head over to Disney Plus or whatever you're streaming on right now and watch Free Solo, this is a movie about Alex Honnold, who's the first to free solo El Capitan in, wow, I sounded really white there, El Capitan, or El Cap in Yosemite. These are people who put in the work all the time. They're constantly strengthening their fingers and their feet for these tight holds, and they're going up these faces over and over and over with ropes to see how to do them so that they have a great feel for what they're doing. And Steph Davis's book, Learning to Fly, she talks a little bit more about doing the work, because what she did was she started off life wanting to be a concert pianist. She studied really hard. She practiced a lot. She was very disciplined. She got a master's degree. She went to law school for like a day, and then she decided to live in a truck and climb mountains. But what she learned throughout her life, I had a post on this over at joshshear.com, by the way, if you want to learn a little bit more about decision making and all that from the book. What she found in her life, though, is that if she put her mind to something, she's got the discipline to practice until she built up the confidence to do whatever she wanted to do. That's putting in the work. And if you want to accomplish anything, you got to put in the work. I said this year I was going to do these podcasts unscripted, but I'm not doing them as free form as I used to do Josh the Podcast. So I don't know if you were one of the people who listened to that, but if you did, thank you. But you probably know that after a while, I was just kind of riffing. And I gave up on that podcast because I was riffing just to riff and just to get an episode out. I feel now with Better Humanhood that I've got a message to share, and in an effort to create the discipline to record and release every week, I spent most of 2019 recording a scripted show. I would write a blog post that came out Wednesday, and I would just read it for the Thursday podcast. Maybe I'd insert a little riff here and there. Started off this year with a couple of podcast episodes that are loosely based on my Wednesday blog posts, but really cover a wider viewpoint. And what I want to say here is that to build a better you, you have to put in the work. I promise that I'm going to put in the work this year. I have plans, and I have a chart, and I have a planner. I have a paper planner for the first time since I found Google Calendar. It's different. It feels new, even though I used to live on one. I used to live on a planner. But I'm promising you I'm going to put in the work. I would love for you to do the same. And you can feel free to email me. You can go to betterhumanhood.com or to joshshear.com. Just fill out the contact forms. And either place, they'll come to my email. Let me know how you're putting in the work. Let me know if I can support you in putting in the work. If you need an accountability partner for something, we can probably work out a little time for me to just check in with you. Heck, maybe you'd be a good person to talk to on the show. If and when you get it accomplished, you let us know how you did the work. In the meantime, I hope you have a great week. Be who you are, be who you will be. I will see you next time.
Thank you for listening. Get show notes and more at betterhumanhood.com. Leave us a rating and review wherever you listen to podcasts. And have yourself a wonderful day.